Hello folks, hope you're all doing well. This is a little bit of an impromptu video, not one I'd planned on doing, but when I was doing some seed sowing I thought, why not just tag on in the end and we'll give it a shot, we'll give it a film and see how it goes. So I'm doing a little bit of a carrot experiment. So I was watching Steve over at Green Side Up, and he's got some early carrots in buckets on the go, and I thought, why not give it a go? If Steve's doing it, it must be the right thing to do. What Steve doesn't know about gardening isn't worth knowing. I will pop a link to his channel down below in the description. Please go and check it out and have a look at what he's up to. So I've got two different types of carrot seed here. One is deep purple and the other is red samurai. Purple carrots, I can give or take. They're brilliant raw, but when you cook them you find all the purple dye runs out of them, which is a bit of a shame, but not to worry, they'll be great. And we're going to do them in toilet roll tubes to start out with, and then we'll transfer them to a bucket. So I'll pop that down. This, oh god, it weighs a ton. This is a 30 litre bucket and it is full of compost, which is why it's so heavy. I use those predominantly for potatoes throughout the year, but we're going to do a bit of an experiment here, like I say, with the carrots, and we'll see if we can get some really early carrots on the go. So what I'll do, I'll switch around, we'll come over here and I'll be back with you in just a jiffy. Right, so we're back, and as always I've got you in this sort of top-down view here so you can see what I'm doing. So in this little sort of gravel tray here, there's no holes in the bottom of it, so it's going to retain the moisture. I've got about 10 toilet roll tubes in there now. I've been a little bit reluctant to use toilet roll tubes in the past because I tried them ages ago and I always found they went a bit mouldy, a bit sort of white mould on them, but I'm going to give them another try. We'll give them a shot, we'll let them try and redeem themselves. Now this compost here, as always, is Melcourt Silver Grow, which I use for doing my seeds and my seedlings and potting on and things like that. Now it's really fine generally out of the packet, and it is mixed in with some perlite, but it has been sieved because carrots don't like any sort of lump or bump whatsoever hitting them, or they will grow into all sorts of weird and wonderful shapes. And as novel as that might seem, it's maybe just not ideal. And hopefully you can see there while I'm waffling on, I've got my hand sort of on the bottom of the toilet roll tube there, just to stop it from falling out initially, until you sort of just give it a bit of pressure, and generally it stays in the tube. And I'm amazed that when I'm on camera that just hasn't all come shooting out the bottom of the tube, so I'm well chuffed with that. So what I'll do is I'm going to whiz around and we'll get all of these tubes filled up, because you don't need to see me doing 10 times. Like I say, I'm doing 10 for one of these trays. They do fit sort of 3 across there, but I've got different sized toilet tubes, so these ones are bigger than these ones. Like you say, these ones fit inside, so they take up more space, so I can fit about 10 inside this tray. So we'll get this filled up, I'll show you how I'm going to do the seed sowing and how we'll finish it off. So back with you in just a jiffy there. Right, we're back and we've got the little toilet roll tubes pretty much, I wouldn't say filled up with compost, maybe it's about 3/4 of the way up to the top with compost. Now these carrot seeds are absolutely tiny. I mean, they're minute. I don't want to thin them out loads, so I'm going to try and only get a maximum of say 2 or 3 in each tube, and we will thin them out when they grow. But I'm trying to be, oh, and I've missed one there, really careful with them. I say only 2 or 3 in each one, because the less you have to disturb them, the better. And it is that disturbing of them. So most of you will probably be aware of carrot fly. Now carrot fly love the smell of carrots, and when you thin them out, that's when they get a lot of the smell. So we've popped about 2 or 3 seeds in each one, and I don't want to, because I'm just sort of hash bashing this together, and these toilet rolls aren't designed to fit inside this gravel tray. I don't want the gravel tray at the bottom full of compost for no reason. So I'm just going to be quite careful topping these off. And while we do this, if anybody has any top toilet roll growing tips that will stop these from going mouldy, because I think it's usually when I start to water them in the toilet roll tubes that we end up with mould all over them. So if anybody out there If you have any top toilet roll tips, please leave them in the comments down below. Speaking of which, if you'd like to see how these work out, please think about liking and subscribing to this video. Subscribing is absolutely free. You just click the red button down below and that's you done. So that's the red samurai ones done in there, and that's pretty much all I'm going to do at the moment. Again, the old trusty iron brew bottles out with the sprinkle top on, and I'll give them a good watering and we'll get them set up to germinate. We'll spin you around and I'll be back with you in just a jiffy. So there we have it. 2 trays of carrots in toilet rolls, one a lot of purple ones, deep purple I think they were called, and the other one was a red samurai, that really deep sort of red kind of colour on the carrots. So it's a bit of an experiment. We'll get them watered up. They're probably going to go in the house again. I say it's really, really cold overnight here at the moment. We'll get them to germinate, then we'll pop them outside, get them sort of used to the conditions, shall we say, and then we'll get them popped in. If you bear with me 1 second, one of these big 30-litre buckets, and I'm planning on around about 10 carrots for each of these buckets. So we'll do 2 buckets up there in the polytunnel, I reckon about 10 in each, and we'll sort of space them all out, and we'll see if we can get some nice early carrots on the grow. Or should that be on the go? But I quite like the sound of on the grow. Let's see if we can get some carrots on the grow. Anyway, that's me done for today, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.